we are on an EPDM roof. As you can see, the flashing around this roof drain is pretty nasty. Looks like it's been repaired several times, and the repairs just don't seem to be holding up. We're going to show you a couple different ways to repair this using EPDM. It's fast and easy and permanent. I'm brushing the dirt out from underneath this seam. And I prefer a solvent-based cleaner. They vaporize very quickly. They do a great job of stripping the roof. Now in this case, if we're going to go in between, it's important to clean that out too. Okay, over here, we had a ponding water problem. So we dried it and we pushed it back and we created a dam with some rags. This is still pretty nasty. So what I'm going to do, rather than just relying on my cleaning, I'm going to coat this with EPDM. That will coalesce all the dirt on this surface. It's going to take about a half an hour to dry. The other time that you use EPDM is if you're doing installations from 40 degrees down to -20. You put the EPDM on first, you let it dry, it takes again about a half an hour, and then you're ready to put the tape on. So you put it on very thin. Now some roofers use the EPDM all the time. That's not really necessary, especially on surfaces like rubber and surfaces that you've scored first. And again, we don't recommend the EPDM on PVC. We're going to start the repair now. This little tag here, I'm just going to cut that off. This one here, I could do the same thing. It's a little bit bigger, but I think rather what I do on that, I'm going to take some of this double stick. But this is the EPDM tape, the sealant with 2 release liners. So first we'll put that down. Put that down. And with our roller, you can see how aggressive that is. Put another little piece right on that edge. Wow. We'll use the roof seal. Again, this is shrink wrap down the sides so I can put it down and it doesn't stick. You'll see why that's so important in a minute. Try to get your line straight, because it's not going to pull off very easily if you have to straighten it out. Like you see, I've created a little bit of a opening there, which is a great example because what I can show you is what you do in a case like that. Cut it, back down. It bonds to its surface content. Now on this T-joint, you can either butt it up or you can overlap. I like to butt things. pressure is critical. This is a pressure activated tape. You gotta, these irregular areas, you gotta mush it down into them so that it bites on. Here, my butt joint's not as good as I'd like to see it be, so I'm gonna push it together with my fingers. It is self-healing, so it will seal itself. And I don't like the way that looks. So, real simple. I'm going to take a little piece here, cover piece. Again, the method. Put it right over that seam. Same thing here. The Turtle is designed to bond to itself. So you can see we have the same adhesion that we had on the roof substrate. The same method. Well, that goes down nice. See, that's why I like this curved roller. You can really get into things with it. And if your roofing distributor doesn't have one, have them call me, I can get you one. Now this is that area that we talked about, that we had all this water here. We dried it, we pushed it back, we dammed it, and then we primed this area because it was so bad it would have taken forever to clean that up. Now this is wider than the tape I have. I've got a 4-inch tape. Now the Turtle is available in 6, 8, 12, 24, all the way up to 48. So let's clean up our garbage, and we're going to put this down, then we're going to overlap the tape. So again, on this particular one, we're going to do an overlap. Connection so that you're not coming over this side. The most important part of these overlap connections is this point right there. If you're ever going to get water, and that's where you're going to get it, is right inside there. So you want to make sure that the two pieces of tape are bonded there. And I do that by taking the edge of this roller. Get in there. As you can see, we've got a nice repair here. We're going to go a little further. We've got all these old repairs in here that are starting to look pretty nasty. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to brush off all the loose dirt. Okay, as you can see, I'm priming all of these areas because they're pretty nasty. By the time I got them cleaned up, I could have had them primed a long time ago, which is exactly what I'm doing. But the key is, you notice I'm putting that primer on pretty thin. You don't want to pull it. As you can see, the primer's dry, ready to go. It's been down about a half an hour. We're going to use a 6/6 tape this time, make it a little bit easier, a little bit wider. We'll go right over all of these undulating surfaces. And the reason that we are using the primer is because there are so many changes on the surface, there's so many irregularities, there's a lot of dirt here. We brushed off the loose dirt, let the primer do the work. We could have just cleaned it and done that, but that would have taken longer than using the primer. Here we go. See how conformable it is. It just fits in all those nooks and crannies. See how it actually follows all the shapes there?
Well, there you have it. Some real simple repairs using EPDM. Pretty much let your imagination be your guide. Thanks for watching.